My business partner deleted our shared company account the night before our biggest launch because he'd already sold our entire client list to a competitor. We'd spent 14 months building a small marketing agency together, just the two of us, working out of a shared apartment most nights until 2 a.m. Our biggest client pitch yet, a contract that would have doubled our annual revenue overnight, was scheduled for 9 a.m. the next morning. At 11 p.m., every file, every account, every piece of shared cloud storage we'd built together simply vanished. Client presentations, months of research, our entire portfolio, gone in what looked like a single deliberate action. I called my partner immediately, panicked, assuming some kind of technical glitch or hack. He didn't answer. Not that night. Not the next morning. Not for 3 full days after our pitch collapsed entirely, without the materials we needed to present it. When he finally resurfaced, it wasn't with an apology. It was with a formal notice through a lawyer, informing me our partnership agreement was being dissolved, effective immediately, citing vague creative differences. I spent the next 2 weeks in a fog, trying to understand how someone I trusted completely could destroy 14 months of work in a single night without a word of explanation. The truth came out through, of all things, a mutual client who called me directly, confused about an email she'd received. Here's the twist that reframed the entire betrayal. My partner had been secretly negotiating with a much larger agency for nearly 2 months, a deal that would fold our entire client list into their operation, with him joining as a senior partner, a role and salary far beyond anything our small agency could ever have offered him. Part of that deal, apparently, required him to demonstrate he could bring our existing clients with him cleanly, without any competing materials or ongoing obligations tied to our current partnership, complicating the transition. Deleting everything the night before our biggest pitch wasn't sabotage for its own sake. It was coldly a calculated move to ensure our current agency couldn't deliver on that final contract, making our clients more likely to follow him to the new, bigger firm, instead of feeling any lingering loyalty to a partnership that had just visibly, publicly failed them. I was devastated, understandably, and furious in a way I hadn't experienced before in my professional life. But I also slowly did something with that fury instead of just sitting in it. I rebuilt. I reached out personally to every single client whose contact information I still had memorized or saved outside our shared systems, explained honestly what had happened, and asked for nothing more than a chance to prove myself independently. About a third of them stayed with me. Not everyone, but enough. I spent the following year working brutal hours again, this time completely alone, rebuilding a smaller but entirely mine agency from close to nothing. 18 months later, my former partner's big move collapsed publicly when the larger agency he joined was acquired and restructured, and he was let go within the transition, landing, ironically, in a role with far less authority than what he'd walked away from with me. I run a stable 6-person agency now, one I trust completely because I built its foundations myself, this time with contracts, backups, and legal protections I never thought to put in place the first time around. Betrayal cost me 14 months of work in a single night. It also taught me, permanently, that trust and paperwork aren't opposites. The people worth trusting are exactly the people who will never mind you protecting yourself anyway.